This is Siegfried with Loveland Medical Clinic. I figured I'd practice my Facebook Live, and what better way to do that than to give a quick little talk on diet. So I know quite a few people that are doing something called a juice fast, and I'm like, why would you do that? I don't quite get it. But then again, a juice fast compared to the standard American diet is a massive improvement, because basically in America we eat a lot of crap. All right, that's why we have 2/3 of our population overweight and obese. Okay, and believe me, I work in a clinic. I see it all the time. So what am I having for dinner? So I'm going to cook this steak. It's 3 3/4 ounces, grass-fed beef, really good. For a snack, or appetizer, I'm gonna have some shrimp. Unfortunately, in Colorado, we can't get really fresh seafood. At least I can't. With some cocktail sauce. I'm having my nightly martini. Okay, cheers. And I'm going to have some steamed vegetables with that. So, what controls your health for a large part is your insulin resistance. We're all different. The worse your diet is, the worse your insulin resistance is. So my fasting insulin is 2. When I start people on weight loss programs, or I first meet them and draw labs on them, the average I'm getting is 15, okay? 15 to 20. In order to be healthy, you gotta be under 5. And you know what causes that insulin resistance? First, carbs are the worst culprit. And I don't count vegetables at all, okay? Except starches. You can't do starches. Carbs in general are the worst culprit. So all this whole grain healthy wheat bread, bad. Bagels, bad. You know actually what spikes insulin the most? A baguette. I think it's got the highest. It's even higher than Coca-Cola. Yeah. Second culprit is protein. You need about 1 gram. If you're working out hard with weights, you need about 1 to 1.2 grams per kilogram of lean body weight. All right. If you're not working out hard, you need about 0.5 grams per kilogram of protein. That's a healthy amount. I could go in lots of detail and talk for hours about this thing called mTOR, mammalian transport of rapamycin, and if you want to build muscle, that increases and helps you build muscle. The only problem is, because it's such a growth factor, that it also increases your cancer risk. So people that have a really high mTOR have a higher risk of cancer. Of course, if your insulin resistance is really low and you keep your protein low, your risk of cancer is minimal. Okay. Then of course there's fats, which basically does nothing to your insulin, and it's a huge source of calories. So I live in Colorado. I could probably walk from Colorado all the way to the East Coast without eating anything, all of my fat stores. On the other hand, if I were to go running, I would run I'm keto adapted, so for me it makes no difference. But for the average person, if you went out for a run, within a couple hours you would burn out all your glycogen stores and you would bonk. Believe me, I'm familiar with bonking. I've gone on bike rides before I became keto adapted, and within a couple hours, if I didn't constantly eat every single 30 minutes, 60 minutes, I would bonk. Now, I think I'm 6, 7, 8 hour bike ride, maybe eat 1 meal in there, and I'm fine. Absolutely no problem. That's the advantage of being keto adapted. But anyways, going back to the juicing. So if you just did vegetables, that would be okay. Part of the problem with juicing is that it tears up the fiber in the vegetables, so you don't get the benefit of the fiber in vegetables, but that's still okay. The trouble is people add juices in there, like fruit juices, and they add fruits in there. So you're kind of defeating the purpose of a juice fast by doing that. And so going from the standard American diet to a juice fast, that's probably pretty good. But for a healthy person doing a juice fast, waste of time. Don't bother. Why don't you just fast? Now, fasting's kind of hard, and I do that with my clients all the time. We do 1, 2, and 3 day fast. People are worried about, if I fast, my basic metabolic rate will drop and all my thyroid will be damaged and all BS. Okay? On the third day of a fast, your basic metabolic rate is higher than it was on the first day. And like I said, I do lectures on this, and I can explain to you the whole physiology behind it. But just take my word for it for now. Your BMR goes up when you fast, okay? So coffee's good, green tea's good, water's good. Those things are the kind of things you can do when you fast. I happen to do a modified fast that I've developed. And I do it actually once a week. I fast for 2 days. And I feel great. Actually, it doesn't bug me anymore because I'm keto adapted. My body just automatically switches to fat burning. If you are totally carbohydrate dependent, fasting is a hard thing to do initially. Suck it up. It is so good for you. I'm telling you, it is really super good for you. So, this is Siegfried, Loveland Medical Clinic. I just did this because I wanted to practice Facebook Live, and the other is I wanted to, come on guys, juice fasting? Okay, whatever. Sign out.